Okay.
Yeah, there you
How are you, sir?
are. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Good
Right.
afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Yeah, okay. So, how are things?
Oh, we're surviving.
By the grace of God.
Yes.
Because all African children, they are surviving by grace of God.
Amen.
I don't know how others are surviving. Okay. Right. Okay. So, let me see. Okay. Right. So that's what you sent me. Okay.
Yes, yes,
All
please.
right. Okay. So
I
let's
think
let's see here.
I
Mhm.
don't know. I think I sent two. Yeah, I sent the that one, and there's one like
There's a
there was,
structure.
yeah, sort of like instruction. Yeah, maybe this will
Yeah,
be helpful.
you have a structure, but also you have like what they're going to use to mark your work or what is expected.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So which one do you want me to start with? This assignment brief.
Uh, we can start with this at least.
Mhm.
The other one is to support. I think something like
Mhm.
how we can break it down.
Yeah. Okay. So the first is to understand how these documents work. Okay.
Okay.
Which is always a problem, right? Now, your main focus is assignment brief. So you need to make sure you understand what you are required to do because they are the tasks that you are expected to do.
Okay.
Okay. The other one is a marking criteria. Now, marking criteria, it helps you, just to support you, but you shouldn't use it to write your assignment. No. But it helps you to see that you have included everything that
Okay.
actually has been indicated there because that's what your marker is going to use to mark them. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you use them for your assignment, then in the end, what will happen? You will actually not be able to explain fully what is required. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Okay. So uh, hopefully you were told how I work. The mostly is try to help you to understand things. That's what my role is. If you can't understand, I'll try as much as I can. Yeah, until you have understood. Yeah, if I can't manage to make you understand, then I will say, look, I've given up. Yeah, but it's
Okay.
very unlikely. Yeah. So what your focus is more to understand because you're going to use these. Number one, for your interview, yeah, if you had to be promoted or you have to change the role, or yeah, so if you didn't understand this, then obviously you will not be able to succeed. Secondly, as you are by nature, from my experience, everybody is a teacher. We expect to teach other people, either officially or non-officially. Okay, so someone will come to you is looking for help, probably a friend, or probably your own daughter or sister-in-law, whoever. Yeah, you should be able to confidently to explain because these are the things you learned. Otherwise, they will start saying, "Oh, but she did learn this. Now she can't say anything at all. Where did she get it knowledge from?" Yeah. So very,
Okay.
very important. And lastly, yeah, to develop your confidence when you are working. Okay, so you can support, you can defend the decisions you make. Particularly working as a nurse, working as a doctor, we are playing with people's lives. Yeah. Now, if something goes wrong, you should be able to say, yeah, what I did is obviously evidence based because that's what they're expecting what you are doing here. So as long as there's evidence, you can stand in the court of law, produce the evidence that what you did was right. So because all of us we react to things differently, we can react to medication and die. Yeah, not necessarily because we wanted ourselves to kill the patient, but the perception of the relatives because they don't understand medicine. What will they say? Yeah, that nurse is very bad. He killed my brother, killed my daughter, because they are failing to understand that we react differently, like what we are facing now, particularly among a larger number of Black Africans, even those who are educated, which makes me completely a failure. Is that they are even telling other people not to receive vaccines for COVID-19, but yet
Yeah.
the largest number of people who are dying, they are actually our fellow Black Africans. So
Yeah.
I find it extremely upsetting, very, very much. I don't know what else we can do because, in a sense, those who are educated, they are supposed to have more informed decision making. Yeah, but they're not thinking of decision for themselves alone. They're also trying to tell others to do the same mistake. Now the others are dying. Loved ones are dying. They are crying every day. You definitely consoling a lot cannot help at all. Yet each time you are telling people, don't receive vaccine. This vaccine, they have written on top of it that is for Africa. There's a
Mm.
reason why they're putting it there for Africa. It's because the Africans have no money. They're poor, so therefore the drugs have to be subsidized. Yeah, so therefore they should not be used by other countries who can afford to buy them. Yeah, so
Yes.
all this, clicking around. So knowledge is extremely important, especially when you are working with people. Okay, so
Yeah.
generally you will be able to help others if you understand. In the same way, because I understood, that's why I'm able to help others. Okay,
Thank you.
so you can ask me 200 times. I don't care. At the end of the day, you should be able to understand. That's all. Okay, that's the most
Okay.
important. Okay.
Thank
Right.
you.
So now this assignment, so let's look at the brief itself. Okay. So they have given you assignment details. So the first is the exploring evidence. Okay. That's what you're expecting to do in this particular module. Okay. Now, these evidence, we are actually working in the country, probably not only in this country, but probably across the country, where whatever we do must be questioned. Okay. Now, questioning, there's nothing wrong with questioning things. No, right? Questioning means you have to rethink. Okay. You have to see the other side of the story. All right. So everything that you do is called evidence-based practice, which is your nursing. All right. So you put a tube in somebody's stomach. Yeah. There should be evidence that if the person is not able to eat, okay, so that he shouldn't die, we're going to put the tube, yeah, so that we can feed it through that nasogastric tube. Right. Now, where's the evidence that putting nasogastric tube is not going to kill patient, but probably helping him so that he can feed and actually recover and feel better? Yeah, then you need to provide that evidence. You need to search that evidence. Now, in the modern world, things have become bad, okay? Because there's a book called The Victim of Our Own Success. So, our own success has also made us to be victimized. And this is why so many thousands in America they have died because of success in technology. We have also false news, which they call them fake news. Yeah, so therefore we need to assess where does this evidence come from. We need a source which is reputable, a source which is credible. So therefore, every evidence you're going to use in your nursing, make sure that it is coming from a source which is credible. Not these other people who are just no, they don't know anything. They're just spreading rumors. Yeah. Okay. So it's this evidence that everything that we do, if we questioned in the court of law or we are questioned by the authorities, we should be able to be producing and saying, yes, I did this, because from these sources, from this evidence, doing this will help the patient. Okay. So I've talked a few things there that are important. Okay. So number one is the source, because your assignment they expect you to extract or to access the resources, which means the sources of articles. So to come up with articles, so there are sources which are not credible, there are sources which are credible. So therefore, you need to explain. So we need to know which sources are credible, which ones are not credible. Right. So obviously, I'm sure when you learned in the class, okay, one of the things they have told you that obviously there are website or journals. So we can look at journals. Okay, we can look at professional websites. Now, these professional websites, there are two things that are important. Both journals and professional websites, they produce the material that has been peer reviewed. So peer reviewed, what it means is that someone has conducted research and then he has extracted the article, which means he has extracted material, prepare article. Before the article is published, he's going to review it. Okay. Now, the people who reviews the articles, they are experts. It's not everybody. They can't send something to me which is about, let's say, geography. No, because I don't know about geography. They can send something to me about nursing. They can send something to me about medicine. So I can peer review it. Why do we need to peer review it? Because in the same way I have said right at the beginning, is that we tend to create false stories. Okay. So therefore, they're going to be not one single person. They're going to be two people who are going to peer review before it is published. Right. Now, research is a very dangerous. It's not as simple as we think. Yes, it has got advantage. It can create new things which help us to improve our lives. But also, if you are hungry for money, okay, it's going to create a big problem because you're going to fake it. You are going to create lies just because you are looking for money. And that smaller lie can actually kill so many people, thousands of people. Now think of this COVID that we have talked about, the COVID-19, okay? How many people, if this vaccine, the researchers did actually just make up things and they say this vaccine is helping, how
Yes.
many people can be killed just in a day? Yeah, if this was killing people, it would be
Yes.
terrible. Or just think
Mm.
of medicine. Okay, now there are examples of those that happen. See how this research are terribly, terribly dangerous. It's not only in medicine, but also in business. Exactly the same thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what they are interested is that you are going to pick you're going to choose. So I'll be taking you how you need to choose because you need to write how you access them. Okay, so you need to write how you access the website, how you identified the website. You need to justify everything. You need to justify, and that's the problem with this paper. Not really the problem, but the interest part of it. Okay, so if you
Access.
went to this web, Mhm.
So sorry, I need to access. I need to identify. And what is the third one?
The website. So you need to identify. So look, just take it slowly. Now, remember, let me also remind you, you don't need to focus a lot on the writing unless I'm adding things that obviously they are not going to appear there. You will
Okay.
be able to access this video later on.
Okay.
Okay, they are recorded. So concentrate
Okay.
on the understanding and then ask questions.
All right. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So now thinking of the way this, because we are in a modern world of internet, but if you are a little bit older enough, think, although not even older enough, you are still having libraries. Okay. So libraries is the same as these websites that which we are talking about. So professional websites. So I'm talking like a nursing what? There's a nursing associate or nursing agency, or there's another one. There are quite a number of different ones. Okay, right? So these are the same as these libraries because you're going to have these articles. Okay, so the articles are published either in journals or on their websites. Okay, like for example, medical journal. There's also nursing journal. Yeah. Now, what you need to do is, so for example, I choose the nursing journal, for example. Okay. Right. So then you're saying, why did you choose this? Okay. And that's the way to succeed in this paper. Anything that you try to pick. So why did you pick this? Okay. Yeah. So you need to justify. So it's more likely here they are publishing relevant articles. Okay. Now, why is this relevant? Because it's a nursing journal. Therefore, what I'm doing is nursing. Therefore, this is very relevant. There's no way they can publish things about geography in there. No. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is why it creates a problem for people to understand. But no, 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 no. It's just a question: why are you doing this? So if you can't answer it, then just know that obviously that is not relevant. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what you need is so whatever journal you are looking for is one is peer reviewed. So this is very important. Okay. So peer reviewed means the articles there before they are published, they are actually sent to number of specialists. They read it through, they check that obviously what he claims he had done he did it, and those results are correct. They're not fake, and then they'll publish it. If they can't verify that, they're not going to publish it. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So for the fact you have 3 people, these people, they are sent independently. They don't know each other. Now, if 3 of them come together and say, yes, this is correct, then we call this corroboration. Okay. So when they say, have you corroborated the stories? What they are saying is, did you ask other people? Did you check with the other people? Okay. If only you tell me that someone is dead, probably the chances that I'm going to believe you is very small. Yeah, but you tell me first. I say, I can't believe it. Are you sure? I say, yeah. That friend of yours is dead. No. Then I wait. Another one who is going to tell me. If 10 people tell me that person is dead, it's more likely that he's dead. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's exactly the way we work in here. So peer reviewed, very important. These are the answers you'll be giving. So why did you access this journal? Why did you choose this journal? Because they publish articles which are peer reviewed. The website is credible because it's a professional, it's a person, yeah, which is relevant. So they publish articles which are relevant to my study. Okay. But also, what is happening there, the people who are publishing there, they are specialists. Okay. So it means they know their area of work because they are specialized. That's what they do. We learn from people who are specialized, people who have got experience, people who have expertise. So exactly the same as you move along. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So then there is this here which you talk. So this is the evidence we've talked. There are going to be different types of evidence we're talking about. So your articles are going to be mixture. You have qualitative study articles and the quantitative study articles. Okay.
Okay.
You need to choose a mix in order for you to maximize the marks.